only serves to highlight, and I know that I complain about the same things in Enterprise, but it's because it's such a stock templatey show where the same problems happen. The Vulcans just don't make any sense, and Soval, who's new to this episode but not new to the series, is the worst Vulcan I've ever seen. He's awful. Where he's the scene with like the entire thing of watching Soval, where he's talking to Archer and he's getting mad. He's always yelling. He's always mad about things. Soval's always mad. And so you're looking at him for the first half of the episode and you're going, like, is he just portraying the Vulcans the way that the showrunners and writers want the Vulcans to be portrayed? And I'm just like not being given enough information to accept him as the real version of Vulcans at this point. But then when he has this conversation with T'Pol, T'Pol's like, I feel kind of happy that I'm serving on, I feel kind of prideful I'm serving on Enterprise, or whatever she says. And he says, pride, that's an emotion. You shouldn't have that. It's like, Soval, you're the most emotional fucking guy in this entire episode. Why are you now lecturing T'Pol about what she's done? It doesn't make any sense, and his performance is terrible as a Vulcan. It's just terrible as a Vulcan. It completely undermines everything to the point where you think that there's something else going on in the story that's not being stated because of how weird his performance is.
Yeah, he I don't think he has ever watched Star Trek before.
Yeah, but it's possible.
He's not even trying to do even like a stock Vulcan
robot. No, he's not even trying to do like bad robot Vulcan. Like everyone, he must be looking at the guys who are the Vulcans who stand to his back, right and left all the time in every single scene. He must be like, what is these fucking guys are terrible actors. Like they're just, there's no range. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, he's like, yeah, I got it. Pointy ears, live long and proper, whatever. Yeah. I got it. Yeah. And it's interesting because he even calls T'Pol out for losing her Vulcan accent.
Yes.
or getting a human accent, which is, I don't even know what that is, but yeah, they have these interesting scenes.
Paul's like, hey, I'm walking here.
I don't know what you're talking about, Soval. It's, what was I going to say?
Soval, the executioner.
He's so much not a traditional Vulcan, yet they do call out, like the Andorians have a nice line where I think it's what's the woman's name? Tara,
I think. Yeah,
Tara. It's a very Star Trek name.
Mm-hmm. I think there's an H on the end to not make it.
Okay. Where she says, I think it's her who says, the Vulcans, they don't have a conscience, they just logic, which is a nice little bit of like shit talking about how they perceive them and stuff. And it's like, okay, yeah, if you're going by the general way that Vulcans are presented, sure, but you're not really getting that from these Vulcans. These Vulcans seem to have a lot of other stuff happening internally that kind of contradict that.